Hello beauties! It's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. The Sephora VIB bonus holiday event sale 2019 is here. And it starts November the 1st to November the 11th. For the Rouge, they start right away at November the 1st to the 11th. Then you've got the Beauty Insiders and the VIBs. They start November the 7th to the 11th. They get, I think, 4 days, and the Rouges get a week and a half. The Rouges get 20%, the VIBs get 15%, and the Beauty Insiders get 10%. Now for a Beauty Insider, listen, all you have to do is sign up to Sephora. You don't have to spend a certain amount of money, and you still get 10% off. It's good that you can do that, so sign up. You can get 10% off whenever there's a sale, and it's always still a savings. In Canada, we are very happy to get a sale, whether it's 10, 15, 20, okay? So enjoy it. With that, I've got a number of makeup recommendations and suggestions and ideas, and I also got skincare. The pile over there is piling up, and I had to hold myself back because I got a lot that I really like and I want to share it with you. You can either purchase for yourself or purchase as gifts, and there's so many kits now, so you can like buy a kit to split apart so you can put it in your little gift bags for people, your friends and your family. It's a really nice way to do it. Also, it's a great time to kind of make your list of all your staples that you really need, and a great time to buy it during the sale. And then of course the specialty items, the more expensive things, the things that you've always had your eye on and you always wanted, but you don't want to pay first price. Why? When you've got the sales at least 2 to 3 times a year at Sephora, to hold off and purchase it there. So that's a nice way to buy something special. And you husbands and boyfriends, it's a nice way to do that for your special precious ones. So that, hold off until then and buy it then. You're getting a really beautiful gift for your very precious ones. Now, this may be a little long video. I'm gonna try and keep it short, but it's gonna be hard. I even considered cutting it in half and doing makeup and skincare, but by the time I edit everything, to edit 2 videos and get it out and work around the type of pacing I have to do with myself, it's better for me to just keep it in one video. So I hope you don't mind that it might be a little longer, so strap yourself in, make yourself a hot chocolate with whipping cream, maybe eat a little pumpkin pie whilst you're at it. I don't know, whatever you like to do, have your favorite tea and enjoy this video. And without further ado, let us get in. I wanted to start with the makeup, the luxury items. And I wanted to do luxury items that go from the affordable to the less affordable, because now we can find really good affordable luxury makeup. And I want to thank NATASHA DENONA and Pat McGrath for doing that. To start, we have the mini NATASHA DENONA mini palettes. So I've got like 2 or 3 here. These are wonderful to get your toes into NATASHA DENONA. If you've never tried NATASHA DENONA, these are lovely to start. Great examples of her superb eyeshadow. In particular, this one is really nice because she's using her cream to powder, which she finessed and improved on her cream to powder formula. So 2 of them are the cream to powder formula, and they function beautifully. And then the gold glitter, it's just, these are just beautiful. This is the mini Tropic palette that you could try out instead of buying the full Tropic palette. These are super affordable. I think they're about US $25. I'll put the number up here. So you've got the bottom row of the Tropic palette, the fancy row that you can try out. So these are great little starters for trying out NATASHA DENONA without spending the big bucks. Next up is Pat McGrath's version. This is the Pat McGrath's IKSTASY Sublime and Subversive. These are her metallic foil shadows. They're in these kind of funky alternative casing that almost look like, you know, the math protector cases for school, but it's fun and it makes it affordable and you get really good product in here. A lot of these shades come from her Decadence palette or some of her singles, and those singles are expensive and you're getting them in here. Now if I can just hold it right. You know how we don't use a lot of eyeshadow anyway, so you get a decent amount and you get a fun time playing with her iconic shadows and enjoying them for a super affordable price. I think this is a really wonderful option and I'm so glad that Pat McGrath put these out. So then there is these ones. These are NATASHA DENONA. This is her 5-pan palettes. And here's this is a cool toned one. This is her more recent cranberry palette. She released it again in the white components, but this is on sale. So if you can purchase it at this time of the sale, when it's already on sale, you get a double sale. Now I can't guarantee that what you'll be purchasing is going to be in the white component, because the white component is the one that has the better cream to powder formula. This is the original that came out in the holiday season last year, and the cream to powder formulas did not work well at all. They were too light, they were too hard, they hard pan like a mofo, as you can see right here. I did a video on it. So it's on sale, but I don't know, I can't guarantee. You might want to call Sephora and ask them which component they're in, but they may not give you a good answer, meaning they may not know themselves if you call customer service. That's all I can say. But you can take your chance and hope that you get it in the white component where she corrected the cream to powder formula. It's a really lovely palette, especially in the new iteration of it. These ones here, I've got number 10 and I've got number 1. These are amazing, and I like to talk about them because they're her 5 pans. They're 2.5 grams per pan shadow, so they're the big ones. They're like the normal size that came out of her 28 pan palettes. In fact, you know, the two 28 pan palettes were super duper expensive, the green brown and the purple blue. These 5 pans come out of those palettes. Those are her original Genesis palettes that she came out with 5 years ago. They're super expensive. However, they're her first amazing formula. This is what sold me on NATASHA DENONA. And NATASHA, her original 5 pans from 1 to 13, I think, these are included in them, are taken from those 2 palettes. You just mix and match them so you get a real nice taste of her original formula. And let me tell you, these are beautiful. True Gold is in her green brown, and let me just do this. This is like, it's almost like melt in your fingers. There, it's melt in your fingers. I'll try and do another swatch because this is incredible. That was her original formula, one of her crystal formulas, and I love Nina's Orchid. This is such a beautiful color. That one's in the purple blue. So it's a nice way to try out her 28 pan formula in the 5 pans. So don't forget that you can try these. They're an affordable way to try NATASHA DENONA and try her original formula. So we're moving up the line. Next up is Pat McGrath's Obsessive Opulence Holiday Collection Quads, the specialty shadows that come from her Mothership palettes that pretty much she cut in half. She pretty much cut off this part and left this one. Those specialty shadows, these are in these quads here. So this is a nice way to have Pat McGrath and to enjoy her specialty shadows. This is our collective dream come true with these eyeshadows. Look at this, look at this. It's a bit washed out. I am so sorry, but you will see them up close and swatch. That was Ritualistic Rose, which I call Rascal Rose. Rascal Ritualistic Rose because it was another shock drop. I explained that in my other video. Nocturnal Nirvana, which is appropriately named because it kept me up all night when Pat did the shock drop, and I was telling everybody on IG. And it's fun because this one I consider is like my Studio 54 disco palette, and I consider this my romantic rose palette. And then there's the Subliminal, which I got free. So these are great to try out Pat McGrath's formula. They're a lot less expensive than the Big Bang palette. It's a nice way to do it during the Sephora VIB bonus event holiday sale. Seeing that we're still on the eyeshadow game, we might as well talk about the big kahunas. Okay, Pat McGrath's big kahunas. Wait a second, hold up. Let's move into NATASHA DENONA first, her Metropolis palette, because this is a commemoration palette in celebration for her 5 years in the makeup industry, her makeup brand. And because her original palettes, as I spoke to you before, the Genesis palettes were the two 28 pan palettes, the purple blue and the green brown. And finally she made, after 5 years, she made this 28 pan in commemoration of her two Genesis palettes. It's a 28 pan. This has 1.37 grams per pan of eyeshadow. If you relate it to her 15 pan Sunrise palette, which was like the mini Sunrise palette, that has 1.28 grams per pan. So this has a little more, it's 1.37 grams per pan. Now, NATASHA corrected the cream to powder formula. I keep on speaking about it because it's a really interesting matte formula. It's creamy, it's very smooth, almost like a wet cream, but it goes on the eye and it's easy to blend, and there is no fallout on it. It's a really interesting formulation. Originally when she started putting them out, sometimes they were working, sometimes they weren't working, but she corrected the formula and now it works. She's so confident with the formula that she put 10 in here. So this one, this one, this one, there's a whole number of them. This one, they're all in here. You've got chroma crystals in here. You got the cream to powder mattes and cream to powder metallics. You also have this really fun one here, I think it's called Jubilee, that has a number of different glitters in it. Blue, pink, and some other. I think there's 3 different colored glitters in that one, the Jubilee one. It's really fun. This is so grungy. It's a great extension of this palette here, and it's in a more affordable price, so you can enjoy a 28 pan palette without overly breaking the bank, and you get 20% off if you purchase it. So this is a fun way to enjoy and be like really on trend with the colors because they're pretty grungy now. Now we're going to the big kahuna, which is the Mothership palette. So if you ever wanted a Mothership palette but you didn't want to fully spend the price on it right away, a lot of my Motherships I waited for the gift card, the bonus. Whenever you build up points, you can get like a $25, $50, and $100. So all of my Motherships I got from a gift card. If you always wanted the Mothership palette, but you didn't want to pay full price, it's another way to do it. Save up your bonus points too and get it that way, or purchase it during the VIB sale. I have this one. This is the Bronze Seduction, and I'm surprised that this is one of the ones that I really, really loved, but I do. I think it's because this, which is the one that, I think it's this one. This one here, I think it's the Astral one. Oh my God. You can't even see it because it's washed out, but it is this amazing chartreuse, glittery dream of a shadow that is unbelievable. Just believe me when I say that, because it is. And it's one of the ones that sold me on the palette, and same with this one, and same with this one and this one, and then those. The only thing I find about her Mothership palettes is that all these ones here, the supporting shadows, they tend to be on the darker side. The mattes tend to be on the darker side, so you invariably will get a smoky look. I like to pair it sometimes with another matte palette if I don't want always a smoky look. Maybe lighter colors, maybe more burgundies, this, that, and the other, so I can get away from a smoky look. But this, and then I did get this one. I think I got this one on her. I couldn't wait, and I got it on her website. So, but I got it during her early access so that I could benefit from the 10% off. Oh my God, I love this. I get compliments when I wear this. I like pairing this and this together. These two, oh my gosh, and then this here, it's beautiful. Let me tell you one thing. One night I was bored and I was doing, as Hannah Louise Poston says, makeup playtime. I was doing makeup playtime and I decided I was lazy and didn't prime my eyes with my primer. I just wanted to go in and I was so lazy I didn't even want to use a brush. Let me tell you, I used my fingers with my mats. Of course I used my fingers with this, but I used my fingers with my mats. I didn't even need a brush. These things blend so easily and so smoothly. You literally, if you're not going to use a primer or a concealer on your lid, you can literally use your fingers with this palette. And I'm not just talking about the specialty shadows. I'm literally talking about her mats and her other things. You can literally use your fingers with this. So this is the quality of these shadows in and of themselves. They're high quality shadows that you can literally just use your fingers on. I rest my case. This one I really love. This is really lovely. This is a face palette. I don't have too many face palettes, but the ones I do, I really enjoy. And it pairs so nicely with the cranberry palette that I was really surprised that Natasha didn't launch them together. I always found that mystifying. Love it. You got your creams. So you've got your blush, you've got your highlighter, cream highlighter, and then you've got your other, I guess they're like highlighters. You could almost use this as a blush topper and another highlighter. I just love this. So it's a lot of fun. You can mix and match your colors, and it's so compact. It's so cute. And then you've got that little lid here that protects the cream colors here. I just love this. It is so cute. It's so fun to work with. With all the other blushes that I have, I still go back to these blushes. I love my other blushes, I really do. These are my staple blushes. These are the Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trios, and I have them in Pink Passion, Peachy Love, Berry Adore, and I actually have another one. I just love these because I use these colors a lot. I love pinks, I love berries, I love peaches, and I love mixing my colors. So I love kind of cocktailing, and this is a wonderful way to cocktail your blushes. If you don't want it too bright, you can add in this. You can temper it with this and make it a little bit more deeper and richer. Same thing with this. This is a little bit more orange. This is a little bit more berry. And then you've got this mauvey one. Oh my goodness. These are perfect for me because they easily go in my makeup bag purse, and I've got 3 blushes in one, and they're in keeping with the color theme, because generally I'm usually choosing which color I want, and then there are different variations of the same theme, which I think works so beautifully with the way I do blushes. Lipsticks. Now, these are fun because you can try, and that's the other thing about having kits and purchasing smaller things, is that you can try them out and see whether you like them. I haven't even opened this, but I'm just giving you a suggestion on different ways that you can try out lipsticks. And these little fun little packs here, I've got the Bite Beauty one, and I've got Pat McGrath. These are so affordable. They're a nice way to try out different brands' lipsticks, the different colors and their formulation. They're makeup purse friendly, so you can just pop them in the purse, the little miniature sizes, especially for me because I have to keep my weight low in my purse for what I'm carrying around because of my heart. These are nice for me to be able to just throw in my purse because I like to carry a lipstick with me, and if I can keep the weight down, it's amazing how these lipsticks and these different items add up in your purse. Believe me, they add up in your purse. So this is a nice way for them not to. Though, warning, these are very tiny. I don't know about this because I haven't opened it yet. That's the thing that people will complain about because they are, but they're still fun to use. This is Marc Jacobs. I don't know what their official name is, and I'm not going to put on my glasses to try and read this, but this is Marc Jacobs Cream Concealer. I really love the cream concealer. I do use my finger to put it on. I just find that the cream concealers, I don't know what it is, I think they feel just a little less drying in my under eye. And because I've got a lot of creasing under my eyes from years and years of swelling at nighttime, and this is what's happened, and also because I've had such a sensitive eyes. There have been patches of years where I wasn't even able to put cream around my eyes, unfortunately. So my eyes need help. It's a little less drying looking. The only thing that I find is that now that it's in the cooler months, it's just a little bit stiffer than it was in the summer months. But I really do like this kind of more creamy thing and they got the colors that suit my eyes. So now for skincare. Now I'm gonna run the gamut from like kits, from hydration to exfoliation to retinols. We're gonna go through the whole gamut. Everyone is important for helping with the anti-aging and nourishing and feeding and skin renewal process. I'm just gonna start anywhere and hopefully it will flow however way it flows. Really nice kit is this one here that I got. Amore Pacific, the Essential Icons. This is a Korean brand. It's a really good brand. And Amore Pacific owns a lot of the other Korean brands like Laneige, okay? In here, you've got the nice gamut of the main essentials, which is their foaming face cleansing wash. This is the enzyme peel, which is like the powder enzyme peel, which is really, really nice. One of the things though is Amore Pacific does have a scent. So if you don't like scents, don't get this, okay? And it has the Amore Pacific Essence. This is a really nice, full-fledged skincare routine. It includes your cleanser, it includes your gentle powder, enzyme exfoliator, your the essence, which is the vintage single essence, which is the green tea, and then you've got this. This is very interesting because both Laneige and Amore Pacific have this similar thing. Amore Pacific calls it Essential Cream Fluid. This is like a toner and a moisturizer in one. It comes out like a fluid form, but as you rub it and pat it into your skin, it soaks up and really creates an emollient, almost lockdown effect on your skin. It is the most amazing and innovative thing. And Laneige has one too, which I'm going to talk about. So this is a nice little kind of starter kit for Amore Pacific, and they're decent sizes too. So I really, really like this. The only thing I have a reservation on though is the cleanser. I love the cleanser, I have to say, because I love foaming cleansers, and it has these little blue beads in it that are like a vitamin E beads. I wish they actually had more of those beads in it because then it would actually give you an exfoliation, but you probably don't want too much of that because you've got the enzyme peel powder, which is a gentle exfoliation. This has triclosan in it, which is antibacterial. I don't agree with using antibacterial soaps on your face because it's killing off all the good bacteria along with the bad bacteria. I'll use it, but I won't use it on a regular basis. I won't use it every day. And it leads into, because Laneige does its version of the cream, essential cream fluid, and Laneige is called Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. It's more affordable than the Amore Pacific. This one is made from white tea, which is has a high amount of proteins. Again, it's like a moisturizer in a fluid form. I love it, and it's becoming more popular. It's great for dry skin to get that almost like an essence into their skin and to really moisturize their skin and then do layers. And it's great for, it's like great for either end, and it's great for oily skin because they can use this instead of a moisturizer. Now for me, because I'm normal to oily, I almost don't know where to put it though in my skincare routine because it's so moisturizing as a toner that I'm concerned it will block like my vitamin C's and like my exfoliators, any serums. I'm concerned that this will kind of fill in my skin too much. So it's a hard one to figure out where to put it, but let me tell you, I use this in the evening and I absolutely love it. Now if I'm going to use it this way, I don't pour it into my hand, and I use this. This is not from Sephora, but I'm just giving you a tip. This is the Klairs Toner Mate 2-in-1 cotton pads. This is a very unbelievable cotton pad. It's better than the Shiseido ones because this one literally is like a sponge, and it will kind of suck in the liquid and then spit it back out onto your face. Literally. literally spit it back out onto your face. So everything gets on your face. I don't like putting it in my hands. Like I've got big hands. I'm trying to get my face to absorb it, but it's like my hands are getting a lot of it and it's going in between my finger. I don't like that. I like putting in this, and this is like my solution because this won't absorb it. It sucks it in and spits it back out. Whereas cotton pen, it barely kind of, you get half of it out on your face, but a lot of it is still in the thing, whereas this doesn't do that. You get it all on your face. This is the way I would use this, but I have another method, and that is I want Sephora to bring this out, but I'm still going to mention it. This is the same thing as Laneige Screen Cream, except it's in a tub with cotton sheets so that you can just put it all over your face wherever you want it, and it will literally, your skin will soak it up and then it will become dry. This thing is like soaking wet full of this product. This is a nice way to use this, but you can only get it at like Yes Style and things like that. But I just wanted to mention that there are different forms of the Laneige, just so that you have a heads up. But this is fantastic. But if you're going to use this, get those really good cotton things. Exfoliation. I believe in manual exfoliation. I will always believe in manual exfoliation. I also believe in chemical exfoliation. I believe in both of them. This is one that I really love. It's a mild form. This is by Fresh Sugar Strawberry Exfoliating Face Wash. I love it. It is an experience to use, and I just like wet my face, but not overly wet, and then I dot my skin with it, and then I start rubbing it like a manual exfoliation, and it's just so gel-like, and it's just jelly creamy, and it smells like strawberries, and it has that microcrystalline sugar, and it's lovely because it's very fine. It's not big granules, it's very fine, almost like aluminum oxide crystal fine, but not as much as the one I'm going to be talking to you about. But this is a lovely gentle one to use on your face, and I'll keep on rubbing, and maybe I'll wet a little bit and keep on rubbing until the sugars melt. I will then use my Foria Luna to wash it off. I'll add a little bit of a little foaming cleanser, and then I'll wash it off my face. A lovely way to do it. Now, if you want to go for the big guns, the mother load of a manual and chemical exfoliation, who told me to get this? This is an oldie but goodie, and it is a goodie. This is a pumpkin enzyme mask, and it's made from pumpkin enzymes. It also has AHAs, it has aluminum oxide crystals. Those are the same crystals that are used for, it's the microdermabrasion machines. Those are the aluminum oxide crystals, or what's at the tip of it that is exfoliating your skin. It is in here. Let me tell you, the pumpkin enzyme, the AHAs in here are strong. And when I first used it, I have kind of sensitive skin. So when I first used it, I would put it on my face, and I started rubbing it right away. If you got kind of sensitive skin and you've never used something like this powerful, don't do that. Just put it on your face, leave it for the least amount, and then at the last bit, then rub it in gently, and then wash it off, and your face is going to be so smooth. But when I first used this, I couldn't use any exfoliation after for a good 2 weeks, whether manual or physical, because my skin was sensitized. But it bounced back because I treated it well, and now I can use it, but I use it smartly. This is amazing. But if you want something more gentler, I will suggest, and I have always suggested, NATASHA's rice polish powders. You can get them in 3 different types. I have the classic here. I think this is the classic. Is it the classic? No, this one's the gentle. I did get the classic one that's waiting in the wings. And then this is the calming one, which is the indigo one. Now they're in different packaging now. This is the small little one. And they're gentle because you can use them every day. That's what Tasha says, but I still don't recommend using it every day. I would recommend using this maybe every other day. Because what I do is I just lightly dampen my face. I put the powder in, put a little bit of water, create a little paste, and then rub my face. It is like a powder. But believe me, when you do that, and then you'll kind of add a little bit more water, and then it will froth out more. Let me tell you, after you wash your face, your skin is smooth as a baby's bottom. Same with this, but you do it way more gently. Now the classic one does have a papaya enzyme in it, right? But it's very gentle. You've got the indigo, which is very calming. You've got the gentle one. It has some papaya enzyme, not as much as the classic. I have to mention this. I always have to make an honorable mention to Facial Radiance Pads by First Aid Beauty. And you can get them in the packs where they're the 28 pads with the others, or get just the full amount. These save my skin when I get pimples. These are gentle yet incredibly, surprisingly effective. For me and pimples, these things work. I don't know what the formulation is. It's glycolic acid and I believe lactic acid, and then it's got calming ingredients in there, and I don't know what it is. The way they formulated it, it really works on my skin. So I always have this on hand. I cannot not have this on hand. This is the thing that works. The thing about chemical exfoliation too, and any type of exfoliation, is that even though it's exfoliating from the top down, it's still signaling your skin underneath to create more collagen and skin cell renewal from the underneath out. Don't underestimate exfoliation, because it really helps to signal your skin and the underlayers, the collagen and the elastin and the cells, to keep renewing and keep working and keep on giving that collagen, elastin, and that bounce to your skin and the smoothness on the surface. So it's imperative to all do exfoliation. And there's so many ways you can do it now. You can do it mildly with something like this and with the powder, or you can go with a heavy bang with something like this mask. You have your choices. There's a lot of options for everybody now. These are some of my options. Now, let's go into the retinols. Okay, so I've got a couple of them here. Sunday Riley's Luna oil. Okay, this thing has been a boon to me, because I have always had problems with using retinoids. I have had a really bad thing happen to me with a prescription retinoic acid called Retin-A Micro, and I had a really bad experience with it. I hadn't even ramped up to every day yet, and I was keeping clear of my eyes. I never went anywhere near my eyes. There was a huge space that I would keep. But for some reason, Micro, Retin-A, and skincare products, they creep underneath and they creep in. So particularly the Micro did that to me, and it took out my eyes for a whole year. I had to be using steroid drops off and on for a whole year. It was terrible. I couldn't wear any makeup around my eyes for a whole year. It took a long time, so I was very scared after that to use any sort of retinol or anything. So it took me years. When I finally dipped my feet back into the water, it was Sunday Riley's retinol product, because she uses not a retinol, she uses a hydroxypinocolone retinoate. It is apparently equal to retinoic acid, except in a gentler, I think in a fatty form, and it's way more gentler, but it's as effective apparently. She has formulated in a way that it's very gentle, so she has a lot of calming ingredients in the Luna oil with the blue tansy, etc. Finally, when I used it, it worked. It was beautiful. I found my skin very smooth, very illuminated, and it didn't hurt my eyes. I was sold on it. So much so that Canada is also sold on that type of retinol. So now Sunday Riley can't sell it in Canada, because Canada wants to, I think, make it into some sort of prescription formula now. They want to take over that ingredient, so they're not letting Sunday Riley sell it here. So I am very disappointed, because I really like it. I used to buy it in the Power Couple, so this is a great way. You US people can get it in the Power Couple, and I think Britain can too, I think. So this way it's a little bit more affordable. It's half the size. Listen, it takes a long time to use. I only use about 3 drops max, so you really don't need the full bottle. I'm so sorry, Canadians, you can't get this here. But I had stocked up in the smaller, they had the Power Couple with the vitamin C, and I stocked up on it. So you US people can get it in this form too, which is really nice way to try it. And then you can even buy it for other people, put it in those little gift baggies with the little tissue paper on top. In lieu of that, because I can't get it anymore and I may run out sooner or later, I wanted to try something, and I also wanted to try something even gentler. On the nights that I'm not using the Luna, because I don't use it every night, I alternate with my different serums and oils on another night. So I wanted to add in this one, Ren bioretinoid, which is a biological retinoid. Anti-wrinkle concentrate oil. This is in the oil format. They do sell a cream format, but I wanted the oil format. Now they call it retinoid because the retinol that they're using is rosehip oil. They're also using the type of rosehip that's called Rosa rubiginosa. This is the version that's well studied, that definitely has a good amount of natural vitamin A in here. It's a nice gentle, so if you want to start out on a retinol but you know that you're sensitive and you want to start gently on it and build your skin up, or just want to stay on it, this is a nice way to go. Also, it has sea buckthorn oil in it, which has a high amount of vitamin C. The other thing that they slipped in here, they have reformulated it, and it's not showing on Sephora's website that way. They have bakuchiol in it, which is a new generation of a retinol, which is a natural version of retinol. It's a retinol alternative. It's not listed on Sephora's site, but when you read the packaging here, they slipped it in. So bakuchiol is now in the Ren bioretinoid. So this is a nice way to try a retinol product without going to an actual retinol, especially now that Canada has stolen this from us. This is the Sephora Firming Sleeping Cream. Oh my goodness. And it has AHAs, fruit acids in it. Oh my goodness, it's very thick, okay? Very, very, very thick. But I love it because it's so creamy thick, and I do it like I do with my creme de la mer cream. I get a dollop of it, put it in my 2 fingers, mush it around, tap it, and then blend it into my skin. This is after I put all my other skincare on in the evening, and then I lock it in with this. And let me tell you, my face feels like I just put on the most luxurious thick mask on my face, but it doesn't feel like suffocating, okay? Because it blends in the morning with a plump skin. And this is only in Canadian dollars $22, okay? And I feel like I'm putting creme de la mer on my skin. Of course, it doesn't have the ingredient list of a creme de la mer, okay? Let's just be real here. But the texture and the way it kind of locks in and feels like it's feeding my skin is just beautiful. It's a lovely kind of emollient, pseudo-occlusive, lovely way to lock in all of my skincare at night, and I don't feel like I've got a greasy mess on my face. This is fantastic. I love it. $22. So I hope you like my little suggestions and recommendations for both makeup and skincare, all the way from the most affordable luxury to the motherload luxury to skincare to retinol, exfoliating skincare to the affordable skincare. I hope it helps you out in your possible purchases. If you plan to pick up anything, let me know what you're picking up. It's always nice to find out what everybody else is doing, and if you're buying them for gifts and how you're doing it. It gives other people ideas. Also, it helps along with staples for yourself or that special item that you always wanted, and this is a nice time to do it. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, give me a thumbs up, like and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up with all my videos. And remember to hit the bell notification button so that you don't miss out, because I don't normally publish on a regular calendar schedule. So anyway, rock your own kind of beautiful gorgeousness, beauty, and keep on going and keep on glowing. I will. Funky, what do I want to say? What's it called again? Oh my goodness, what is it called again? There's a word for it. I know it. Oh my god.